Hello everyone, hello! Cesare here with Ruined King, a League of Legends story. I'm not a huge fan of League of Legends. I don't care for the gameplay. I'm not that type of game player. I hate the fact that there's really only 2 maps in the whole game that you fight on. I like having different settings, but apparently billions of people around the world love, well, millions, love that game and continually play it every day. So kudos to them. I'm glad they found something they enjoyed. I also don't really care for the community and how it treats, well, new and veteran players. Like, there's just so much toxicity. I don't deal well with toxicity, especially needless toxicity. But Ruined King is a game that is apparently an RPG. It's similar to Battlechasers Nightwar, apparently. Well, we played that a few weeks back. So hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I enjoy it. I'm gonna play it on normal, because I have no idea how this plays.
In Bilgewater, monsters are real. When I was a girl, my mother was murdered by a low-life coward named Gangplank. He shot me and left me for dead. There was no trial. In Bilgewater, he was the law. I hunted him. I killed his men. I watched Gangplank die, washed away on the burning tide. But there are still monsters about. For centuries, the Buru people have protected these islands from the worst of them. But even they fear the heroines. Attacks in the form of a lethal black mist, courtesy of our unliving neighbors on the Shadow Isles. Each time, the heroines return stronger, while the Buru grow distant. How long can we rely on prayers and magic? My monsters are flesh and blood. They don't frighten me. Only one thing does. Becoming one of them.
Okay, so this art style is exactly like... It's got to be the same guy who does the art styles for Battlechasers. Visit vendors often stock up on gear and supplies. You can also sell them items from inventory in exchange for gold. Okay, standard RPG stuff. Resting while at a rest point will replenish your party's health and mana. After resting, the enemies in the area will respawn. Okay. Very Souls-like of you.
It's almost quiet from up here. If only I didn't know better.
Good morning, Captain. Your guest has arrived.
Raffen, remember when we could just take what we wanted, go where we wanted? We didn't have a care in the world. Now look at us. Taking appointments, attempting diplomacy.
Well, at least our line of diplomacy still involves guns.
That may be true. But when he was Reaver King, Gangplank only used guns. If I unite the gangs with violence, will the city still think of me as a savior?
Gangplank was a tyrant, Sarah. You're tough, but you aren't cruel. I'm proud to be your first mate. And the rest of the crew is proud to call you our captain. The gangs will follow you. It's only a matter of time.
They can't follow me if they're dead. Hopefully I can change their minds before they're all wiped out.
Some dogs won't obey until you show them the stick.
Well then, let's not keep Captain Thorn waiting any longer.
Okay. So this looks like it's going to play very similarly. Is it like an action RPG or turn-based like the other one? Okay, you can shoot things. Oh, you can interact with things in the world too. Alright, I like that. I never did finish that letter. This is literally just Battlechasers Nightwar so far. No rest for the weary. Not a bad thing, but very, very, very similar. By the way, guys, this game was picked by Silly using his channel points, so he's got generally pretty good taste in games, so I'm not too worried about disliking it. I'm thinking I'm gonna like it. Bye-bye, Mom.
Captain?
Still got the bullets in my chest. Killing Gangplank wasn't enough, Raven.
But you beat him. You're still breathing. And he's in little pieces all over the bottom of the ocean. Those bullets are just little reminders.
I wish they didn't remind me so damn much.
So damn much. I might take a little bit more time playing this. Don't matter what crew I'm part of, I give it my all. I might take a little more time with this off stream and play mess with other characters than I did with Battlechasers though. Gangplank wasn't a man, he was an idea. Some people say ideas don't die. Gangplank was a killer, but more than anything, a con man. He'd spin tales of gold, turning sailors into thugs. Gangplank was a killer, but more than... okay. Gangplank ran his own town. That sounded like he ran his ships. You gave him sweat or blood. Money. Money. Oh, at least I'm getting lots of money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Some men don't want fair and nice. They liked Gangplank's way. Well, some men need to be punched in the face. In the years Gangplank's been gone, my people have been getting rich. Gangplank was unpredictable. That's how he kept us in line. The constant threat of violence. With Fortune, you know where you stand. Treat her well, she treats you well. Cross her, she shoots you. Long may our new queen reign. In Noxus, we would have thrown Gangplank into the arena. Would have been more fun. That is a very big man. That is a dog person. Anyway, so yeah, I was saying, I'm not a big fan of League of Legends, but I do like the idea of them expanding on its universe with other games. Hey guys, oh, Chocobo, for some reason, it's not working still.
I see you've been doing some remodeling.
What can I say? The place needed a woman's touch. I don't think the previous owner would mind.
Guess not. Seeing as how you gunned him down, along with the rest of the conclave.
Are you here to parley, Captain Thorne, or to criticize my sense of decor? I trust you've considered my offer.
Offer? Hand over my operations to you, my fleet and all of my men, or else... misfortune. You may have killed Gangplank, stolen his fancy mana, but that don't make you my queen. job standing. It looks like Bilgewater is still up for grabs. Now give it up, girl. You know I'd hate to ruin that pretty face.
So much for diplomacy.
You know, Raffen, I think I'm starting to enjoy it.
Alright. Okay, so yeah. Inspect mode, quick strike, combat speed. You will initiate a combat encounter when engaging enemies in the world and at major story moments. Fighter cards display key stats such as level, health, and mana. The initiative bar displays the order in which fighters will perform actions. When a fighter's portrait reaches the front of the initiative bar, it is their turn. When it is your fighter's turn, you can perform one of many combat abilities. Instant abilities do not cost mana and are performed immediately after confirming a target. Lane abilities cost mana and require time to recast. Pay attention to the fighter turn order when selecting abilities. Complete this wave of combat by defeating all enemies. Alright, so we can do instant or lane. So we got Love Tap, generates 10 overcharge and applies tapped. Okay, so it's basically the same. And we got reduces all damage taken by 40%, increases evasion by 10%. While Fancy Footwork is active, Strut is not removed upon taking damage. Alright. Boom, Love Tapped. Oh, it's my turn again. Alright. Let's try Fancy Footwork. Split randomly. Okay, so this deals 124 damage, split randomly over 6 shots. Okay. Deals 69 damage to the target and 69 damage to the nearby target. If the first target is defeated, the second shot will apply additional 34 damage. Both hits apply tapped. Deals 150 damage. If the target has tapped, deals 242 damage. It consumes tapped. Alright. Let's do another tap here and there we go. Okay. Now we're 20 overcharge, so let's try this one. Boom. I like the attack animations. That's pretty cool. So like the other game, you want to try and overcharge your character. Alright. Shredder! Didn't stand a chance. Overcharge. Generate overcharge by performing certain instant abilities. Overcharge acts like temporary bonus mana that can be used to cast lane abilities during that encounter only. When you're low on mana, generate overcharge to stay in the fight. I'm thinking maybe I have to delete you entirely from the game list, Lonk. Or Chocobo, and or the bot list entirely, and then just give you your points back. I gotta figure out how to give points back before I do this, though. He raises attack power. Double up. Oh, great. You can select a healing potion from the potion bag to recover health. Combat will end if you in defeat if your entire party health reaches 0. Manage your health wisely. Oh, the potion bags are by pressing up. So if you do that. Got him. Look at all that EXP. So we start at level 9. I always find it interesting when games still start you at level 1.
I'll consider this your formal surrender.
The Syndicate will never follow you. You hear me, tyrant? I'll die first.
I see. How about you boys? Does your captain speak for you all? Well then, Captain Thorne. I'd say this meeting is adjourned.
See you later, dude.
The rest of you, welcome to my crew. Prove yourselves loyal and you'll be rewarded. Betray me, or even whisper the name Gangplank, and I'll stuff you in a box with your former captain. Understood?
Yes, Captain.
Another successful recruitment. Minus a few stubborn holdouts, the Syndicate's with us now. Their ships, their guns.
But none of their leaders.
Not yet.
Even if I have to put a bullet in every captain from the shipyards to the slaughter docks, I will make them understand. Bilgewater belongs to Sarah Fortune.
I like the name Misfortune. It's pretty good. Later that night.
Rathan?
We have to fight a Spirit Sailor. Beware, the enemy has a buff called Primed Mist Bomb that will detonate and hurt your party upon death unless it is first disarmed with a Speed Lane ability. When selecting lane abilities, you can switch from the default Balance Lane to the Speed Lane or Power Lane using the Lane Up and Lane Down abilities. Performing ability in the Speed Lane ability reduces its cast time so it can be performed more quickly but with weaker impact. Performing ability Power Lane will increase its casting time, taking longer to perform but with stronger impact. Pay attention to each enemy's mechanics and use lane switching to gain the upper hand during combat. This shouldn't kill it, but... Damn it, it did kill it. She fucking crit. Oh, well, whatever. I was going to, disarm the bomb, but... The one time you don't want a character to crit.
The Black Mist. How is this possible?
Fight the mist and find survivors. Okay. Okay, we got 2 and a Sorrowful Wisp. You've entered a combat encounter with while standing in a hazard called Poison Mist. This has created a hazard initiative bar region that will travel along with the fighter portraits. Fighters in your party that are inside the region will be targeted. Once the region reaches the front of the bar, it will apply its effects to any of your fighters that are currently targeted. Luckily, you can use lane abilities to switch lanes and maneuver in and out of bar regions. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, Magic's Thunder. That's fascinating. It's gonna be one of those games that overcomplicates the battle system. You like some complexity? There definitely seems to be more to it than the original. You think Romancing Scarlet Grace was the perfect balance for it? I haven't played that. The Romancing or the Saga games are rather difficult. Dead already, damn it. How am I still in Poison Mist? How, your turn first. Dick. I do like the artwork. Oh, that's how. I'm not even supposed to be here today. Ah, Clerks reference! I'm not even supposed to be here today! No, please, someone help! Why do we keep getting these? You've entered a combat encounter with a spectral Warfrat. These enemies have shifting form buff, which enhances their abilities to evade your attacks, but can be dispelled by attacking with a speed lane ability. Important buff descriptions will be displayed in the combat interference. These buff interface. These buffs will require deeper strategy to overcome. While in spec mode, you can navigate between the initiative bar and the fighter cards to get detailed abilities. Yeah, okay. I may actually have to use a heal here. Fuck. I was not paying attention to that. Damn it! I had to heal. It's your turn again. Fuck, just like the other game, poison really hurts. I'm good, you gave me 4 gold. Thank you so much, Captain. That was show as a goner for sure. Captain, where's Raffin? He was just here, but he can't have gotten far. The crew is cursed, I swear. Alright. We need to... There we go. Alright, I can save anywhere though. That seems to be good.
Raffin, what happened?
Run! Leave me!
No, they're gonna put me in another fight. Yeah, where I have to fight. Okay. No. No. So it doesn't matter what I do. Either way, I'm gonna end up in that lane. So how can I do this where I don't end up in that lane? That's really unfair. They don't really give me a choice. I have no choice but to be poisoned. I wonder if I can actually defend. I'm pretty sure that's not a good take to be having. Alright, let me ask you a question, Faye. When you are given an option to move your character around in a field to avoid damage, but then the game puts you in a situation where nothing you do can get you out of that, is that fair? Also, the enemies don't seem to be affected by it, so that's further BS.
Sarah. It came out of nowhere. I couldn't.
Don't talk. Save your strength.
I thought we beat those things in Grey Harbor. Could it be another harrowing?
I don't know. But if it is, we're going to need help. We're going to need Ilawi.
I appreciate that you guys are being contrarian just for the sake of contrarian, but you guys would be complaining about the exact same things if the mechanics of the game were stacked against you as well.
Sisters, a new enemy has risen in Bilgewater. The goddess Nagakaboros has shown him to me.
Reveal him to us, Truth-bearer.
This Blood Harbor Ripper butchers men in their homes and in the streets. I can sense the fear, the stagnation he brings. We honor the Mother Serpent by restoring motion and driving him out.
Praise the goddess.
Truth-bearer, I wish to fight for you. I am ready.
Are you? If you fight with everything you have, the Mother Serpent may name you worthy. If not, she will take your life.
I surrender to her will.
This is true.
is strong, priestess. He may live.
Perhaps, if the goddess wills it. Come, our enemy awaits.
Leave him there. Don't even try to save him. Alright, why the fuck is my camera being all shit right now?
These streets are full of motion. Nagakaboro smiles upon us.
Why do you embrace these foreigners, priestess? The Pelangi do not respect the goddess or Buru tradition.
They make their own way. They fight to live. Walk among them. Learn from them. Maybe even have some fun.
They have many interesting desires.
Sister, I have seen you indulge in their taverns. Do not be ashamed. Next time I will join you. Now let us follow the rhythms of the street.
You almost had the police called to your house while fighting Malekith, but you found it a perfectly balanced and fair fight.
Here.
I don't know about
The
that,
man
but
inside spoke recently of the killer we seek.
We will wait outside. No need to get Pelangi stink on us.
More for me then.
Ilaoi has joined the party. Roll healing damage defense. Ilaoi's powerful physique is dwarfed only by her indomitable faith. As the priestess of the Great Kraken, she uses a huge golden idol to draw power from the spirits of her enemies while restoring and protecting her allies. All who challenge the truth bearer of Nagakaboros soon discover that Ilaoi never battles alone. The god of the Serpent Isles fights by her side. Upbringing allows her to read and understand hieroglyphs. Her dungeon ability, Tentacle Slam, damages enemies and allows Lloyd to initiate battle with the tentacle already active. As a priestess of Nagakaboros, Lloyd can can both smite her enemies and restore her allies. In a goddess unshakable, while she fights, she summons tentacles to attack her enemies and enhance her abilities. Using taunt, Lloyd can force her enemies to face her head on rather than attacking her allies. Okay. We're perfectly acceptable bosses. I mean, ish. But, while I agree Malekith may have been balanced in the sense that he, had a certain moveset. His moveset was really, really rough. That said, what I would like to see in games, is part of why I don't particularly like combat in Final Fantasy Tactics, is I want combat to be fair for the player and the enemy. And the enemies we were just fighting, if they were in the poison mist, nothing would happen to them. Only if I was in the poison mist did something happen. Now, that might just be because they are the spectral enemies. It might be different with other enemies. We'll see as the game goes on. But if enemies aren't affected by the area of effect stuff, that's bullshit. Gangplank was a captain more than a king, and when you're on a ship, the captain, he's your god. You're so hoping you didn't figure out they were sleepable immediately. You never felt your pain of them both doing their bullshit at the same time. Yeah, true. If it wasn't for that person leaving that message, try sleep, I probably never would have tried it. I completely forgot sleep was a thing until that thing. Only things get worse than sand is salt. It gets everywhere and it's... Okay. It stings when it does. I don't think these guys' dialogue stays open long enough. You look mean, but Gangplank was a bastard's bastard. Who knows more about the Ripper? Jack the Ripper. They should make a fighting game out of history's serial killers. I was the richest girl in Bilgewater once. Big fish guy offered me 3 whole ships. Fish guy says, man's about to make a bet on your tavern. Go and bet against him. I does it. Lost the bet. Man won a pile of galleons. Fish guy made good though. Ships all sank. Terrible captain I was. I know hunting is dangerous, but I thought that was just at sea. Crane snapped and nearly crushed me. Gangplank's a man you could profit from, but never trust, while Fortune's a woman you can trust, but holds no profit. Hauled in another spike eel today. Looks like the bosun's gonna give us a week's leave. The Visionary. Diary, 1 of 3, Diary. I finally made it to Bilgewater. I could cry with joy. The heavy stink of death on the tide confirms my dearest dream. The Shadow Isles lie just over the horizon. After decades of questing, the perfect vista approaches. Since childhood, I've longed to set my brush to paint the rarest scenery in the world. The ruins of the Blessed Isles, wreathed with spirits and specters ripe with revenants. I've traveled sheer across Valoran and crossed the darkest oceans to be here. My talent will be tested on the melancholy rubble. My brush will master those wraiths. The paintings I create will be contemporary masterpieces, rarer and more precious than a portrait of any Jarvan. Demacian aristocracy will drool to hang them in their sitting rooms, and twirling my brush, I will walk into the halls of history. Cool. Cool. Alright, so we got data logs and such. It gives and takes. Dragon Age 1 had the option for AoE to affect party members and enemies, and it made AI mages unusable. Okay, but the thing is, this is part of like the turn window, right? So I want that to be able to affect your party members. In Final Fantasy Tactics, one thing that really irritated me was that combat was not fair for you as the player. Like the enemy didn't have the same set of rules that you did. What I mean by that is certain abilities had a basically non-existent chance to work when you use them on enemies. I speak of the rend abilities. Now when they did work, cool, they were awesome. But the problem is they had like a 10% or a 17% chance to work. And gameplay perspective, I understand why, because if those worked all the time, you just spam those and make every encounter easy because you break all your opponent's gear. I get that. But when the enemy uses those abilities on you, it had a damn near 100% chance to work. And the worst part about it is, it literally broke that piece of gear. It was gone. You didn't have that gear anymore. Or you had to get it repaired. I don't remember if you could get it repaired, but you had to get new gear for that character. It was fucking horrible. Absolute bullshit. If something should have a low chance to work for me, it should have a low chance to work for the enemy too. Especially in a tactics game.